Good afternoon and welcome to our episode of today. And today I have invited a very amazing guest.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so I'll allow you to introduce yourself.
Most definitely. I'm Ted Kamaliki Kalani, a financial engineer by profession, a stockbroker, and a financial advisor also.
Yeah, and that's actually the main reason as why you're here today. Yeah, so I thought it wise for you to be on our set and allow me to introduce today's topic. So today's topic, as I told you earlier, is on the Kenya Youth Employment Opportunities Project. Yeah, so I understand this is a project that started 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah. It's a project that aims at, like it targets the youths who have finished maybe Form 4. Yeah, and it aims on
even some who have not been able to finish Form 4, but they at least have gone through the process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is it about exactly?
Basically, it's just a way that the government is using to improve the state of the youth in the country. Of course, our levels of unemployment are skyrocketing.
Of course.
In Kenya, even for those people who have actually gone through even tertiary, colleges, universities, still the level of unemployment is a bit high. So this is an initiative to at least try and help curb that in one way or another, because it's a partnership with the government and the private sector.
Yeah.
So it's just opening up.
Yeah, and I've seen like it has collaborated with a few other bodies in the government, like MSEA, Ministry of Labor, NTSA, and maybe the ICT part.
Yeah,
because like these youths are getting trained. That's what I understand. Like they're getting trained.
Yeah.
And so that they can be empowered maybe to create employment for themselves. And actually, earlier, I'm surprised. I was looking at some interviews. I was doing some interviews with some people out here, youths, to be specific. And I'm surprised that so many people actually don't know about this project. Because apparently, among all the interviews I did, I think maybe only 2 people were like, they have heard of it, but so many people don't know about this project. And if the target is the youth, and we've heard like the cries have always been like, there's no employment. They're asking the government, they're asking the president, we need employment opportunities. But if this is it's a project that has been underway for 4 years, then how come so many people don't know about it?
I think the problem is that it has not been given the necessary boost that it needs.
Yeah.
If you compare to other government projects, other government projects, there have been a lot of emphasis even on social media, on radio, on TV, just finding ways to make it reach the grassroots. I think that's the major hurdle that has been there, because the people who know about it, if you interrogate keenly, it's just from hearsay. Someone told someone. Most of them. Actually,
since I've been on it, I've been on this project for like 3 months now. Yeah, and I understand actually those people who know about this project, they hear it from someone. I also heard it from someone actually, but the backbone, the only place you can get this information is on their website. But first of all, you need to know there's such a thing.
Website.
Yeah, there's a website for you to go look for it, because you can't just be swiping on your phone and like it's just there. So I feel like they've not done enough to actually like make people, there's like calling youths for public participation, and maybe even putting emphasis on it. I think that's the only way that this project would actually have worked, because I've been actually looking at their statistics, and I'm surprised because they're saying, okay, if it's meant to improve the livelihood of the youths, but what their statistics say is that the youths who have benefited from training and internship are about 33,167. That's a very small number.
Yeah.
And they're saying out of that, it's only 64% who have completed the job-specific skills, training and internship and have been employed.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Then there's 14,978 who received business supports and grants.
Yeah.
But to my surprise, as I've said, I've gone through this, like I've done this research for long. I have interviewed approximately 10-15 people who are actually beneficiaries.
Okay.
But out of them, I think only 15% actually benefit from these grants.
Okay.
And like there's a lot of money that has been set aside.
Yeah.
It's like it's a project that has been, the World Bank is involved actually.
It is.
So there's a lot of money in this project. But where's this money going?
There is quite a chunk of money, and it's unfortunate that some of these things happen, that we are not able to even trace or track these progresses that are there in the government and in the country, basically because of corruption and all these things. But ideally, this is a very nice project, and it's a project that if emphasis is put, it can really grow even our GDP, which is our gross domestic product, in the country at the moment. And the back to the question that you asked, where is this money going to? It's a puzzle actually.
But it's the normal.
It's hard for us to crack that puzzle. But if you successfully pass through the whole process, there's a grant of about 40 Gs.
Yeah, 40,000.
That's around 40,000. Yeah. There's 20,000 the first batch, then 20,000 the second batch. So that's the optimum level of grant that the government is giving out. There are people who have benefited out of it. There are some that are still in the pipeline, but I believe more can be done because there is quite a chunk of money there. More can be done, and not only on the grant side. More can be done on even the advertisement side. Because we need this to go out kwa mashinani kabisa. I'm glad that if you look at county-wise, those counties that are a bit rural, they have more information about it than the urban counties.
It's true,
if you just do your research, Fiti, you'll see that more people in the rural sectors, they have more information about this than in the urban setting. It is because of the mode of advertisement that they have used. They use a one-on-one type of thing. So you see in the rural areas, everyone knows everyone.
It's true.
Like what do we call it, nyumba kumi or something. It's more effective there because everyone knows everyone. In the urban settings, you'll be staying
everyone
here for like
own.
3 months or 4 months. You've gone to another place or 1 year. So it's hard to keep track of even the youth that are there, the youth that have gone through education to a certain level. But if these systems are put well, and advertisement is done well, this type of project can be able to reach so many people, and very many people will be able to benefit out of it. Because as much as the grant is a bit small, but it is something that can help you start a small business. Yeah.
Because I understand, okay, from the people who have actually benefited from these grants, there's one actually I was talking to. He did the electrical skills.
Yeah.
And he was actually able to like start his own job, and he has employed 2 people.
Awesome.
Yeah. Then there was another one who did something to do with hairdressing, and she has a big salon.
Yeah.
So I think 40,000 can do something.
It can.
It can do something.
It can do something.
Yeah, if you have the skills and like the know-how, I think it can do something.
And actually, the good thing about this type of project is, it's not just a grant you're given. You're first given knowledge.
Yeah.
Which is far much expensive,
Yeah,
so you're first given the knowledge and the know-how of how to run a business. You're taught about advertising, you're taught about partnerships, you're taught about all these things. You're taught about business proposals, how to do it. Startups. And now, if you have all this knowledge, even if you're given even 20,000, you can be able to actually do something with that 20,000.
It's a stepping stone.
It is a stepping stone.
Okay, now, as we finish, if actually this project was to benefit the number that it has been targeted to, because it's a huge project. Being a government project, it's a huge project. So if it were to benefit like people the way it's supposed to, if it were to reach people how it's supposed to, if the right channel of advertisement was used, and like people actually know about it the way it's supposed, what do you think would be the economic benefits?
Most
and the financial impact
on our economy. First, I mentioned we will see a very significant growth in our GDP.
Yeah.
Given that if you look at the not gender, the age basis of our country, the youth take on the bigger percentage of the population.
Yeah.
If you look at the age population wise, the youth take the big chunk. So if we are able to empower this big chunk, it means that our revenues will increase. And when you look at revenues increasing, you're also looking at the government getting in more cash through KRA.
Yeah.
So through taxes, because you're also taught how to register your business, and also when you register a business, you're able to pay taxes, file your returns. This time around, it's quite easy. You just do it yourself.
Yeah, they do it.
You just do it yourself. So not the company. I'm looking at Kenya as a company. Sorry, used to calling it a company. So the country will benefit a lot in terms of income. It will generate more income. And when you look at like our debt levels, they are quite high. We really need we really need to empower this big chunk of our population so that we can be able to see some changes in all this debt and all that. I'm glad that there have been a lot of streamlining when it comes to revenue collection in the country.
Yeah.
If you look at the recent years, KRA has really streamlined a lot when it comes to that. And the end goal is we generate enough revenue for the government. The government lives on borrowed revenue.
True. Yeah.
Both from the citizens and from other partners. So I believe that if this is done well, it will be very beneficial to both the government and the citizens, given that we'll see even more youth getting involved in one hustle or another.
Yeah.
And it will help a lot because also the levels of crime are quite high. especially in the urban areas.
Yeah.
And we've also seen that even in the rural areas in the recent past. So it's something that will have engaged the youth in a positive way. And I believe if done well, we'll see a very big change in the next few years, of course, not tomorrow.
We hope. Or rather we hope. Also, like we can look at it on the aspect of COVID. COVID hit us quite hard. And so many people have lost their jobs, of course.
Yeah.
So if this number actually could be empowered, it means these people could actually be self-employed by now.
Yeah.
And that's, okay, the only person who actually somehow has remained afloat is that person who had their own business during this COVID thing. Someone who actually had something going on for themselves, at least is a bit safer than that person who is actually waiting for a end-month paycheck, because so many people actually lost their jobs. So I'm thinking we hope something would be done so that so many people could actually understand this, because it's so unfortunate that our youths out there actually are complaining day in, day out, no employment, and they need the government to do something. Yet the government knows it has done something, but what have they done to make sure that the youth actually knows about it?
That something is going on. Yeah, it still goes down to sensitization. The government needs to sensitize people a lot more, and such opportunities also, when we get to talk on such platforms, we get to share such information to the youth out there. So it's just sensitization. If we do more sensitization, I believe we can be able to get word out to a lot more people. And let's use the media that's out there.
Social media is the way to go. And let me say thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
I'm really
thank
humbled.
you for having me.
It was an engaging conversation, and I'm glad that you actually made time to come here.
Thank you, Sana.
Okay, thank you. That was it from us. Until next time.